was a great feeling among a lot of women who were professionals and who were leaders in the community in their own right, whether they were employed or not, that they were not at the table.
So we had the idea that we would like to organize ourselves and acquire a club room where we could treat people to lunch and to create a venue for discussing vital local, state, and national issues.
When the words came together, everybody sort of thought, well, this is it. The initials were good, CMC, it was easy to work with, so it just sort of happened.
Columbus Dispatch, May 7th, 1976. 13 of Columbus's top action-oriented women are forging a new and unique network of communications within the city. The Columbus Metropolitan Club will hold its first forum September 10th at noon.
We forget, I think, nowadays, that women were not members of the athletic club. Women were not members of the Columbus Club. Women were not members of Rotary Club. I mean, it was a different time.
One of the other issues was, when we were first talking about this, was, this will be a female organization. And I remember, at least as one, and I know there had to be more, that I said, no, this cannot be a female organization. We are fighting where there have had discrimination, and we're certainly not going to turn around and do that ourselves.
We got people as speakers that were doing things in our city, but we brought people from out of the city who were doing things in their cities that we thought we ought to know about.
Well, it was educational. It really was trying to make the community aware of issues and to motivate people to participate in the community and in those issues.
Columbus Dispatch, January 17, 1978. The Columbus Metropolitan Club is thriving. Organized by local women leaders, its membership this month is 435, about 68 of them men.
Let's face it, in my judgment, most of the major positive changes that have come about in our society were motivated by women. And I wanted to be around these motivating women because they were exciting.
I remember having the opportunity at one forum to introduce Joe Biden, and I'd never introduced anyone of that stature before. So having experiences like that were, as a young professional, it was quite a thrill.
We did have some controversial figures. One in particular that comes to my mind was Phyllis, I think it is, who was very, very adamantly opposed to the ERA and worked against it. And we had a lot of women members that, of course, were not in that camp at all. So we lost a few members, but we persevered and said no, was open for, we want to hear from everybody, both sides.
We had such people as Ralph Nader, and we had all of our automobile dealers there, and they weren't real happy. But we reminded them that at least we gave them the opportunity to listen to him.
Another was the debate of the gubernatorial candidates in the 80s. Actually, 2 debates. We had 5 Republicans and 3 Democrats in 2 different forums. The Democratic forum featured Bill Brown, Dick Celeste, and Jerry Springer. And I never forgot that forum because Jerry Springer was so animated and funny that he just made the whole thing great.
I'm not sure all of the mayors, as we have gone along, were happy that we were having open questions, but that was what we did.
That is who the Columbus Metropolitan Club is. It doesn't sway to the left, it doesn't sway to the right, it sways to the issues and what's important in this community.
One of the past CMC presidents, Herb Cook, used to say that the club's role in the community was as an honest broker. And I loved that terminology, the idea that we would bring
the diversity of viewpoints to the microphone and celebrate the fact that we were going to ask the hard questions.
The Columbus Metropolitan Club offers its citizens that unique forum where you can sit down and have a conversation with people and learn more about what's going on in the city, what's happening in our community, and hear it from different perspectives, different cultural groups, different diverse perspectives, and different ideas.
It's a place for me to always reconnect out there with my clients and my colleagues, but a place to catch up with friends.
The fact that the Columbus Metropolitan Club is very inclusive is critical to me. An organization that invites people of all walks of life, that has a membership fee that is very reasonable, and opportunities for people that might not be able to be part of other organizations because the costs are prohibitive.
What's ahead for the next 30 years of the Columbus Metropolitan Club is, of course, an unknown. But I think one of the things that all organizations and all groups need to be attuned to is tapping into the vitality of youth.
We were asked constantly, how do you keep coming up with all of these programming ideas? I'm sure that question still lives today, because 30 years of coming up with topics and exciting programs is just an extraordinary achievement, and I think it's because there are so many dedicated, passionate, creative people out there who want to be part of this.
We thought we had a good idea and we got it started, and I assumed that it would last for, an indefinite period, but I certainly hadn't thought 30 years.
I frankly am just amazed that that we're just part of the community fabric now, I think, and I think we have been very important.
I never thought maybe for a long time that there could be such an organization. But having been involved in it from the beginning, having seen its growth, it's impacted me in a way that from the very beginning, I was proud to say I'm a member of the Columbus Metropolitan Club. And every year it becomes even more so.
Columbus Metropolitan Club is a tremendous gift to the community.
Columbus Metropolitan Club is a great partner with this community in that it is one of the few places in this city where you have discussion, diversity, and debate, and all in one setting.
One of the things that makes the CMC special is its heritage and its tradition. The traditions really that were established by the founding mothers, I believe we call them.
The greatest personal impact I believe that Columbus Metropolitan Club has had on me is the wonderful realization that a few people can come together and actually do something to make a difference in the community.
We were a hot item when we started, and obviously 30 years later we must still be a hot item.